Hello and welcome back to this channel. I'm so incredibly excited to do today's video piece. Today's going to be another informational plant tour, especially today. There is a huge amount of things to talk about. So before we do go ahead and start today's video, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you never miss our video, and please like this video. Let's go ahead and start today's video. So I feel like I always start with the aquaponics, so let's just go ahead and start over here. First thing is going to be, you know what, let's just do all the flowers really quick. First thing I'm germinating is California poppy seeds, cosmos, and golden daisies. That's going to be very fun. Down here, I'm growing the bigger, your classic cut flowers. So 2 different types of zinnias and marigolds. And then over here, I have a lot of flowers I'm germinating. Cosmos, Aster, Impatience, 4 o'clock, Kypress, and Snapdragon. All of those are very, very cool. I'm very excited to work with those. But so much has happened today in just a short amount of time. So down here, I have an okay amount of strawberries. They're not doing the best, so that's disappointing. But at the same time, there's still a lot of progress to be made. And that one back there is growing very, very slowly, so I wonder if it's just... Yeah. Well, I might actually do some work. And I'm trying to figure out, I wonder if it's drainage. Because these plants are still pretty good. When I cover it up, there's still an okay amount of stuff in it, but I wonder if they need a lot more perlite, because the pots feel, I wouldn't say soaked, but it's in the middle of soaked and moist. So definitely wetter soil, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more and see what's really going on. But theoretically, these should start growing a lot more and a lot quicker. So I don't really know what's happening there, but I guess while we're on the topic, let's just go ahead and talk about all the other strawberries. I think it's funny, every single time I do start on the strawberry topic, I forget how much different types of plants I have in here and growing them different ways. And I actually am starting to grow them a lot more different ways, kind of in front of a window, more in a different place upstairs that has a lot more sunlight, and that's where the potatoes are also starting to grow also. But this is some strawberries I ended up buying off of True Leaf Market. These are seeds. They're definitely growing pretty slowly, but I think I'm going to give them maybe this weekend about 72 hours left, and then I'm going to take the covers off. And then I'm thinking I might get rid of the blueberries because they're not growing. I don't know why that's wet, but absolutely no growth so far. So I'm very, very disappointed about that. But at the end of the day, I still have bigger plants right there, so there's really no need in having those grow. I'm having strawberries grow right here. Those are from actual strawberries, so that's pretty cool. Then down here, I have strawberries. Half of this is from real strawberries, everything on this side and down. And everything on this side and down is from True Leaf. Then, going over here, you're probably wondering, where is everything right there? I actually completely cleared out that shelf. I took everything out except the celery plant, which is right there. And then I ended up moving these to a pot with a lot more soil in it. So I still need to do a little bit more leveling to make the soil a lot more just leveled. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and push everything down there. And then, yeah, I'm gonna go grab some extra soil actually and just do that really quick, but, or after the video, but let's go ahead and talk more about these plants. Starting back over here, I'm just germinating so much stuff in here. I have cherry tomatoes, then I spring tomato. Oh, is that the first leaf? Yep, wait, never mind, forget what I just said. That was not the first leaf. That was actually something that I guess I dropped earlier that somehow the fan picked up, I guess. But I have spring tomatoes down there. Those are your classic, like cheeseburger tomatoes, or like when you go to like Olive Garden or somewhere and get a salad there, those are the typical tomatoes you usually see. Then I have 3 different colors of peppers, of bell peppers, red, green, and yellowish orange, yellow more, I guess. I tried to look for orange, but orange was just super significantly, just a lot more significantly expensive, and you didn't get as many seeds in that. So that's interesting, but maybe, yeah, there's something in there that makes them more expensive, but those are doing very, very well. Going up here, these are starting to actually get ready to flower. That one right there is gonna flower a ton. That's pretty cool. But a lot of progress right here. This is mustard, and then I have dill right there. Going over here, there's a lot of progress over here also. This is broccoli, and then I have 2 different types of blueberry plants. I was originally gonna buy one, but when I got to the store, they had so many different kinds, and both of them looked really good. And at the end of the day, might as well get both of them. So I have blueberry blue ray, blueberry blue crop. So they're kind of the same, but I don't even know really what the difference is, because I really just looked at the packaging and compared both of them. It's identical packaging. The only thing that's really different is the picture and the name. And the price is the same also, which is pretty cool. So right here, I have the biggest plants in here so far. Well, I guess the pea plants are pretty big too, but these hopefully will start flowering soon. If they don't probably flower in the next like 2 weeks, I'll probably just go ahead and take them out and just use the space for other stuff. Down here, these are starting to flower pretty quickly. There's some spots in, well, it hasn't fully flowered, but there are a few spots on it that are getting ready to flower, so that's exciting. And tomatoes right there are starting to do pretty good, so that's exciting. And then those strawberry plants right there are doing that great. Then, I think I've talked about everything except rosemary and lavender. I'm growing both of those. Those will be, I don't know what I'm really going to do with the rosemary. The lavender will definitely go outside if it can germinate quicker. But I don't see any growth whatsoever on that. And rosemary does grow very, very slowly, so I might just plant it outside once it does start growing. But these are ready to go outside, and the celery will stay in here till either it dies in here or it's just fully grown. Then right here, I have the bunching onions. The bunching onions are doing very, very well. I actually trimmed them the other day ago because they just really like to grow tall. And once they get too tall, it just really gets messy pretty quick. So let's go over to the aquaponics and start talking about that. You know what? Before we do go ahead and do the aquaponics system, let's go ahead and do the ecosystem. So there's a lot of stuff happening here. There's all the guppies. The third one is somewhere, but there's 2 beautiful ones right there. I have another one that just went back there to kind of hide. And then it is getting a little bit of a milky type of color, which is interesting, but definitely interesting. Then right here, you can see the fish is right there and it's trying to hide. That's so funny. Oh, there it goes. I have a snail right there, and then I have a snail right there. Oh, there's the other guppy right there. I am a little bit suspicious on the food because I'm putting in 2 different types of food. Food for guppies and food for the shrimp. I guess theoretically I can only be doing, I could probably just do one, but I'm putting in both for the beginning to help them all do really, really well. But the food I have been putting in, they're not fully eating, and they're starting to mold, I guess, a little bit. I wouldn't really say mold, but you know what, I am gonna say mold. So that's that. Let's see if we can find the shrimp for you guys. It's so funny because they hide it so well. It's so incredibly hard to see. There's usually one right here, and it looks like there's a family of them right there. There's quite a lot. There's one right there. There's a few back there, so that's pretty cool. But for now, let's go over to the aquaponics system. So this is doing okay. I do feel like every day the plants do look worse, which is really, really bad and kind of the opposite of what I'm looking for. The fish are doing very, very well. The water quality does need to be fixed a lot more. Probably, well, it needs to be cleaned. That's the word I'm looking for. Just the gravel's starting to get gross. I think when I do build the next setup in probably 2 years, it doubled the size, I will have to get a different fish tank that's more designed for fish tank. So I don't think I'm going to do gravel the next time I do this, and I think I'm just going to have the bottom of the fish tank have some plants kind of weighed down with some bags, maybe some rock bags, I guess, and then just let those go with that, and then that'll make it a lot better where I can clean the bottom of the fish tank with all that waste down there. So I have a lot of stuff right here. Basil's probably doing the best out of all of them, but they're not growing super quickly. So I'm starting to get very, very nervous about kind of what's happening. I do feel like the roots are just kind of slowing down, which is really, really bad. So I wonder if maybe there's too much nutrients in it. I don't really know for sure, but it just makes me a little suspicious with that possibly being the thing that's going wrong. So what I might try later is I might grab one of those plants or one of the bare roots, put it in here, and see what happens to the roots. See if they start to turn kind of like a brown or like a black color, which will indicate that there's too much nutrients and and the roots are burning from just how strong that is. Or if the plant does kind of die out and it looks like that, maybe I need to get a lot more fish. Because really, at the end of the day, who really knows? So these are doing, I feel like those don't look that great. Those roots look okay. They're not the best, but they look okay. And then those look pretty good. I do feel like everything on the top row looks pretty good. A lot of the lettuce does look pretty, those roots actually look really bad. Well, forget what I just said. I guess overnight the roots have gone significantly worse. So, that is actually a big problem. So I wonder if there is too much nutrients in it, and the plants, or I don't even know at this point, to be honest. There's so many things that could be going wrong with it. I think it's two possible things. At the end of the day, it's not light because there's a lot of light going into it, and I've already had multiple harvests from this. The thing is, the system is double the size of the original one, and what's funny is all the lettuce thrived except the basil. So I wonder if either there's too much nutrients or too little. I don't really know. I've checked the pH level multiple times, and yeah. So I just kind of feel like I'm kind of stuck where I am right now, and I don't really know what to do. If you guys have any suggestions on one of those it could be, please comment that down. I'd really love it if you would. So I don't really know what to do. I guess I could add more fish, but once I do, then I can't really take them out and move them to a different tank because I only have 2 tanks. And one I don't want to mess with, and the other one is more of I can't really turn off it. So if I do kind of take out a few fish then I don't have a place to put those either. So I'm still trying to figure out some things with that, but yeah. So I'm gonna let that be that, but a lot of these are doing okay. I do feel like the plant itself has done really bad. What's kind of funny is they did the same exact thing when I originally had the one system. They looked really bad in the beginning, so I wonder if there is way too much nutrients in it, and then as they get bigger, the nutrients balance is a lot more just balanced and a lot more just balanced, I guess. I'm trying to find another word, but balance is the best I got currently. So I might try that. I was kind of hoping to do that for now, but the plants aren't growing as best as I thought and recovering as best as I thought. But let's just go ahead and check out these fish really quick. They look really, really good. There's no fish actually right there, but we got a snail. They're all huddled up in the back corner right there. So that looks really, really cool. Those fish are really, really beautiful. If you guys do want to get goldfish, I really do strongly recommend it. They're beautiful, beautiful fish. They do eat a lot, but beautiful, beautiful fish. I'm going to keep my eye on those ones in particular and the strawberries up there because the strawberries just went in today. And yeah, this is basically going to be the end of the video. Also, we posted 2 videos already today. This will be the 3rd one. So this morning we did tilling outside and it started to rain a lot. And then we ended up kind of making some room in here on another video. And then this is the 3rd video, which is the informational plant tour. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. Also, in the last video, the video where I pretty much went outside, well, I guess the second to last video, I guess, maybe. So when I went outside, I ended up coming back indoors and talked for about 10 minutes on that video and talked about my plan with Go Forth Produce, Go Forth Greens. I'm still kind of figuring out the name there. So if you guys do want to hear a lot more information and a huge, I guess, today date on kind of where that's at, please check that video out because there's a lot of information I said in that video that I've never talked about before. So yeah, this is going to end the video, so please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you not miss a video, and please like this video. Thank you so incredibly much for watching today's video and supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace.